Sorry about the camera work. What's going on, your boy old Scruggs? Let's talk about it. Prime time Deion Sanders living up to his old school name of what he did back in the day, if you remember. Must be the money that keeps me going on. Must be the money, must be the money. I don't know if it was for the money, the opportunity, combination of both, but I'm guessing it's one of the two. So Deion Sanders, everybody know, was at Jackson State, HBCU, historically black university. And it was a great story. It was a feel-good story. Here you are, this football hero, one of the greatest of all time to do it. Deion really was also one of the first black athletes that was like hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? That was that hip-hop culture with the, the diamond chains and the style and the flashiness. So Deion, if you was always somebody, if you're too young, I'm sure you probably know the background or whatever. But it was a dope story that he went to Jackson State, a small school that hadn't been a winning school. Of course, being an HBCU is not getting the notoriety and attention that a big-time school, like the Alabamas, Michigan State, like those schools, USC get, and even a school like Colorado on a lesser extent, but still a huge school. So he left. I don't know all the details. Exactly, his story is still breaking. I think I read that he's supposed to be getting $5 million a year from Colorado, and I think at Jackson State he was making like $300,000 a year, and I believe a large portion of that he donated back to the school. So basically, getting a $5 million a year pay raise. Which, look, who am I to tell somebody to turn that down? If I could go from making $300,000 a year to making $5 million a year doing the same job, who am I to say not to take it? But that's from a business standpoint. From a personal standpoint, I'm disappointed because just the enthusiasm, the life, the attention he brought to that college and HBCU in general. But that would make more sense when that coach, I believe it's Eddie Robinson Jr., was saying he's not SWAC. He's not us. He's not SWAC. And I get that. At the time, I was kind of like, oh man, not even because he's Deion, just because you're a black man doing something good, you're a black man, work with him. But I get what that coach is saying now. Like, this kind of proves what he was meaning. Like, we here for real. Like, this is what we live, breathe, eat this. This is culture down here, especially in the South with HBCU. And you kind of just hear it passing through. It's like the stop. But Deion did a lot of good. He did bring attention to him. I'm sure he changed a lot of people, a lot of kids' lives there. I'm not sure if he's taking his son, who's the starting quarterback. I'm not sure if he's going to, transfer to Colorado. I think I did hear him saying, and I forget which interview it was on TV, maybe 60 Minutes, or like Dateline, NBC, one of them shows. He did say he was open possibly to going to a bigger school. Plus, he kind of owed it himself the opportunity, his coaching staff the opportunity to make that move. But I still was hoping, even if he did it, I think more of my big issue isn't that he did it, is that it was so quick. I think he was at Jack State, I think 2 or 3 years. If he'd have stayed there for like 10 years, like gave him a decade and like really changed things, then it was like, yo, I'm on the bigger things, not necessarily better things, just a new challenge. I think for me, more personally, it's the only 3 years. Now, you could say he didn't have to do it at all. True. But once you did it, I was just hoping the commitment would be longer to the culture or whatever. But we all got to eat though. We got mouths to feed. But let me know what you think. Deion Sanders to Colorado, your boy Scruggs.